Firefighters are the first to respond when disaster strikes, but their heroism goes above and beyond the call of duty.
Albuquerque firefighter Matt Wolf joins us with details about the Firefighters Survivors Fund.
Hi,
Good morning.
Matt.
Morning.
Thanks for being with us today, and thanks for all that you do.
Oh, no problem.
I said to him, this is not as scary as what you do regularly, and he said, I'd rather be doing that. So tell us a little bit about the Firefighters Survivors Fund and how it was created and why it was created.
The Survivors Fund came about earlier this year. We had several of our members and their family members come down with life-threatening illnesses, and we really didn't have anything designated as a fund to help them out. In the past, we have designated accounts for fallen firefighters to distribute money to their families, but we didn't have anything for those that are just facing life-threatening illnesses or injuries. And so union members and leaders came up with a way to raise money to support those people. In the past, it had just been members out of their pockets donating money.
Yeah.
And then earlier in this year, like I said, we had so many all struck with these incredible, devastating illnesses that it was a heavy burden on that type of fundraising. So we had to set up a fund so that everyone had the benefit.
Well, how are the benefactors chosen for this?
It's really not. It's based on need more than a choice. We've had the Survivors Fund has helped 5 firefighters and their families this year, and that's kind of a lot given that in just such a few short months, that many people have been faced with serious illnesses.
So scary, it really is. And you've received help from the Survivors Fund. So tell us your story a little bit, and how did the Survivors Fund help you personally and your family?
I was diagnosed in January with an abnormal growth in my brain. I had had a seizure and was hospitalized, and that's where they found it. The initial prognosis wasn't good. It was very grim. Doctors here in New Mexico thought that it was inoperable and kind of incurable. So through research and our own going out, we found a facility in Phoenix that was willing to do the surgery, and actually they're kind of the experts on it. So I went out in July and had that procedure done. The Firefighters Fund was able to help cover all those travel expenses, get us out there, cover getting there, lodging for my wife while I was in the hospital. And so it just really helps ease that financial burden that we're facing.
I bet. I mean, so that made a huge difference for you and your family.
It's really saved your life.
Huge.
Well, what are some of the ways the Survivors Fund will continue to grow, you think, and benefit other firefighters in the future?
We started our first big scheduled event was called the Swing for Survivors golf tournament.
Yes.
That was in March, and that was a great turnout. We raised over $5,000 for the fund. We've had car washes and softball tournaments. We're really hoping that within this next year we have set designated events to raise money. Like the Swing for Survivors golf tournament is going to be an annual event every March, April. We also hope to put together a softball tournament to raise money specifically for children and families who are facing, these life-changing events that come out of nowhere, and it is a huge financial burden.
And like you said, devastating things that can happen, and so much help is so appreciated and literally can save lives. So how can our viewers contribute, and how can they get involved in some of these fundraising activities that you're talking about? We
hope, like I said, within this next year to really advertise these events and get a team together, go out, play a day of golf. It's a great time. For the softball tournaments, put a team together and come out, and it's a good day, and it's comforting to know that all the money raised stays here in Albuquerque and benefits your local firefighters.
Anything coming up anytime soon, or what's the next event?
Probably the next event would be that Swing for Survivors golf tournament.
So in the meantime, how can people help?
In the meantime, we always accept donations. You can mail those to the local 244 Survivors Fund, and that's P.O. Box 25602 right here in Albuquerque, and that's 87125. Or you can go to our website at IAFF244.org, and there's a PayPal click to donate, which makes it very easy for you.
That's great, and I'm sure you're just so appreciative of this entire program.
Huge, huge. I've been out of work since June, and the support I've received from other members and even unions across the country has been incredible.
So things are looking better for you, looking up for you then?
It's a slow recovery, but I hope to be back to work in January, February of next year.
We'll pray for you for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us.
you.
Thanks for sharing your personal story with us as well. And we wish you continued health and great things. And coming up next on New Mexico Style, the soulful sound of Christine Laurel.